gentlemen, you're watching 6 Stories at 6 with me, Tanisha Avasthi. Let's get started with the agenda stories of the day. Starting this edition with the first top focus story that we're tracking on this edition. Ladies and gentlemen, today, a closed-door meeting was held between DK Shivakumar and KN Rajanna, and this has sparked speculations yet again over the chief ministerial change in Karnataka. What is it all about? Take a look.
As the tussle for CM post rages on in Karnataka, Siddaramaya's close aide KN Rajanna's meeting with Deputy Chief Minister DK Shivakumar has created quite a stir. The buzz is all about a possible shift in Karnataka's top post, with the state budget looming. DK Shivakumar's meeting with Rajanna, who has backed Siddaramaya, has added fuel to the fire. Deputy CM DK Shivakumar has maintained that he met Siddaramaya's close aide Rajanna out of friendship and party work.
ನಮ್ಮ ಶಾಸಕರು ನಮ್ಮ ಜೊತೆ ಮಂತ್ರಿ ಆಗಿದ್ದರು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಸೋಮವಾರದಿಂದ ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜನ ಫೋನಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ.
On the other hand, reacting to the visit, KN Rajanna said that DK Shivakumar had met him as the party president. Siddaramaya's aide Rajanna made it clear that there will be no change in his stance. No matter what DK Shivakumar tries, he will continue to support CM Siddaramaya.
ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವರು ಹೇಳಿದಾರಲ್ಲ, ಪದೇ ಪದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಿನವರೆಗೂ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ನವ್ರು ಇರೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ಇರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಸೇಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ಈಗಲೂ ಅದೇ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್. ನಾನು ಇವಾಗಲೂ ಸಿದ್ದರಾಮಯ್ಯನವ್ರ ಪರಾನೆ.
ಡಿ ಕೆ ಶಿವಕುಮಾರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು.
ಅವ್ರು ಏನೇ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಿ, ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಲ್ಲ, ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಹಿಂದೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗೂ ಈವನ್ ಟುಡೇ ಐ ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಬೈ ದಟ್. ದರ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋ ಚೇಂಜ್.
The drama unfolds as DK Shivakumar insists an agreement on the leadership change exists, while Siddaramaya continues to be in the denial mode. Meanwhile, Karnataka Home Minister Dr. G. Parmeshwara urged the High Command to resolve the crisis before the budget.
ನಾವು ಈಗ ಬಡ್ಜೆಟ್ ಹತ್ರ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಗೆಹರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಬಡ್ಜೆಟನ್ನು ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಯ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯಿಂದ ಬಡ್ಜೆಟನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಮುಂದೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋದು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಅಂತ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೈಕಮಾಂಡ್ನವರು ಆದಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ
ಬಜೆಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ
ಆಗಬೇಕು. ಯಾವುದೂ ಗೊಂದಲ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು. ಈಗೇನು ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅವರೊಂದು ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಇವರೊಂದು ಹೇಳಿಕೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ. ಅವು ಯಾವೂ ಕೂಡ ಬರದ ಹಾಗೆ ಬಡ್ಜೆಟನ್ನು ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವೇನು ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೇವೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕ್ರಮ ತಗೋಬೇಕು.
The infighting has raised concerns over Congress's prospects in Karnataka. With MLAs weighing in, the party's next move could decide the state's political future.
And now from Karnataka, let's tell you what's happening in the state of Bengal. A Bengali singer, her name is Lagnijita Chakrabarti. She has alleged that she was abused and nearly assaulted during a live concert in West Bengal after she refused to change her song choice. The incident took place on Saturday at a private school in East Mednapur. Here's what happened and here's how the singer has to respond on the case.
In a controversial incident in West Bengal, popular singer Lagnijita Chakrabarti was allegedly stopped from singing the devotional song Jago Ma by local TMC leader Mehboob Malik. The confrontation took place at a private school in Bhagwanpur, where Malik reportedly demanded secular songs and later even attempted to assault the artist. The singer, who rose to fame with the popular Bengali track Boshanto Eshe Gache, said that the incident occurred while she was performing the devotional song Jago Ma. Lagnijita Chakrabarti have sent a written complaint against the TMC leader and have demanded action by the Bengal police. She also alleged that TMC leader Mehboob Malik is a member of the school's governing body and tried to intimidate and beat her up on stage. The singer has also alleged that the officer in charge of the Bhagwanpur police station refused to file a case. A case has now been filed and Mehboob Malik is also in police custody. He has even claimed that Lagnijita Chakrabarti demanded extra money as there was a delay in giving her the stage for her performance. As we speak, no action has been taken against Mehboob Malik by TMC. The incident has sparked outrage among artists and cultural circles, with many calling for strict action against those who disrupt performances and threaten artistic freedom.
In Karnataka, ladies and gentlemen, a mentally challenged boy was brutally beaten and assaulted at a boarding school for children with special needs in the Navagar area of Bagalkot. The authorities have detained those responsible for the attack, why it happened and how far has the investigation reached, and what does the parents of the boy have to tell the media. Here's a report on that.
A shocking and disturbing video has emerged from Bagalkot, Karnataka, showing innocent, differently abled children being brutally beaten and tortured. The victims are students at a school for differently abled children. What was supposed to be a safe space for those kids became a place of torture. The horrific video reveals a school's management, a husband-wife duo and other staff members mercilessly thrashing the helpless children with a pipe and a belt. Even as one child collapsed to the ground, pinned down by a ruthless staff member, the brutal assault showed no mercy. Beating continued. In one of the videos, the woman was seen even throwing chili powder in one of the kids' eyes. The other children, traumatized by the gruesome scene unfolding before them, were forced to sit in silence, powerless to intervene. The woman you've seen on your screens is Anandi Hindulkar, the woman who brutally threw chili powder in one of the kids' eyes. In a shocking display of callousness, the person recording the incident is heard laughing as the boy writhed in agony. One of the students' parents have filed a complaint against the couple and an FIR has been registered by the police. The police have detained the couple responsible for the attack, along with 2 others linked to the school for questioning. The incident has raised serious concerns over safety and accountability of schools, which are meant for nurturing differently abled children.
And in now news from Maharashtra, the high-stakes local body battle in Maharashtra has ended in a one-sided verdict. The ruling Mahayuti alliance has stormed ahead, with the BJP emerging as the single largest party and the clear winner of the local body elections. The results underline a strong endorsement of Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis' leadership, while the Mahavikas Aghadi has suffered a major setback with a dominant Mahayuti and a fractured imposition. The outcome sets the political tone ahead of the crucial BMC elections.
A high-stake battle between the ruling Mahayuti and Mahavikas Aghadi (MVA) in Maharashtra's local body polls became one-sided at the end. Counting has ended and the numbers tell the story. A decisive win for the Mahayuti alliance and the BJP standing tall as the single biggest winner.
मी पहिल्यांदा महाराष्ट्राच्या जनतेचे आभार मानतो की महाराष्ट्राच्या जनतेने भारतीय जनता पक्षाला आणि आमच्या महायुतीला प्रचंड मोठं समर्थन दिलेलं आहे. आपल्याला कल्पना आहे की मी यापूर्वीच भाकीत केलं होतं की एकूण जे काही नगराध्यक्ष निवडून येतील त्यापैकी 75% हे महायुतीचे निवडून येतील. तशाच प्रकारचा कौल हा महाराष्ट्राच्या जनतेने दिलेला आहे आणि विशेषतः भारतीय जनता पार्टी हाच पहिल्या क्रमांकाचा पक्ष आहे हे देखील पुन्हा एकदा या ठिकाणी अधोरेखित झालेलं आहे.
The Maharashtra local body poll results have delivered a decisive mandate in favor of the BJP. Sweeping 129 of the 288 seats, the party has emerged as the single largest force, leaving its rivals far behind. Shinde's Shiv Sena won 51 seats, while the Ajit Pawar's NCP won 35 seats. Meanwhile, Mahavikas Aghadi, who recently faced a setback after Congress dumped Uddhav Thackeray and Sharad Pawar, and was just limited to 51 seats out of 288, in which Uddhav's Shiv Sena won 9 and Sharad's NCP won just 7 seats. The numbers underscore a clear endorsement of BJP's leadership and mark a commanding show of strength across Maharashtra's civic bodies. Reacting to the results, Shiv Sena leader Eknath Shinde said the party has delivered a strong strike in the elections, calling it a big victory for the Sena.
अभी चुनाव के नतीजे सामने आए हैं। इसमें शिवसेना का स्ट्राइक रेट जो है काफ़ी तगड़ा रहा है और जैसे लोकसभा में स्ट्राइक रेट था, विधानसभा में स्ट्राइक रेट था, वैसे ही ये स्थानीय जो चुनाव है नगर परिषद नगर पंचायत में शिवसेना ने बरकरार रखा है। लोगों ने शिवसेना का साथ दिया है और लाडली बहनों ने भी साथ दिया है, सब मतदाताओं ने साथ दिया है। शिवसेना कई लोग कहते थे कि शिवसेना सिर्फ ठाणे और मुंबई तक सीमित है, लेकिन अब चांदा से बांदा तक शिवसेना सभी घर घर में पहुंच गई है और शिवसेना को भारी जीत हासिल हुई है इस चुनाव में।
Meanwhile, Maharashtra Assembly Speaker Rahul Narvekar has hailed the BMC election results as a resounding endorsement of Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis' leadership.
आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री देवेंद्र जी फडणवीस साहब के नेतृत्व में आज महाराष्ट्र में जो नगर पालिका नगर परिषद के चुनाव के निकष दिखाई दे रहे हैं, उससे ये स्पष्ट होता है कि उनका नेतृत्व पूरे महाराष्ट्र ने स्वीकारा हुआ है और उनके नेतृत्व में भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने एक अभूतपूर्व और लैंडस्लाइड विक्ट्री प्राप्त की है। इतर पार्टियों के मुकाबले डबल से भी ज्यादा सीटों पर विजय प्राप्त की है और ये अभूतपूर्व विजय भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ऊपर महाराष्ट्र की जनता के विश्वास का प्रतीक है।
A dominant Mahayuti, a resurgent BJP, and a fractured opposition. The results signal a strong vote of confidence in the ruling alliance's leadership, setting the tone for the upcoming BMC polls.
And now moving on, tensions have reached a breaking point in Chhattisgarh's Kanker district as a dispute over a burial escalated into a full-blown violent clash between two communities. Two churches were set on fire and several police officers, including a DIG and an SP, were left injured during the chaos. The administration has now clamped down with Section 144 to prevent further escalation. What happened and how it escalated? What is the current situation on ground? Here's the detailed report on that.
Tensions erupted in Chhattisgarh's Kanker district after a disagreement over a village elder's burial sparked a violent communal standoff.
नारा लगाते हुए, चिल्लाते हुए, बुढ़ाल पेलता सेवा सेवा, ऐसा नाना प्रकार की रैली चिल्लाकर आने के बाद सीधा जो मरघट को तोड़फोड़ किए। तो जैसे मरघट को तोड़ना चालू किए, परंतु हमने एक भी शब्द कुछ नहीं कहा, परंतु इन्होंने उसके बाद उनको छोड़ के सीधा जहां हम आम पेड़ में बैठे थे वहां मारने के लिए आने के बाद हमारे लोगों को दौड़ा कर मारना चालू किए।
Alleged attempts to alter long-standing tribal burial practices ignited the fuse, culminating in a brutal clash between rival groups.
गांव में जो धर्मांतरण में ऐसे व्यक्तियों को मृत्यु होने पर जो दाह संस्कार हमारे गांव के नीति के साथ नहीं करते, इसका हमें विरोध है और इसी को हम कई बार दाह संस्कार करने नहीं दे रहे हैं। अगर हमारे समाज की रीति नीति, ग्राम की रीति नीति से अगर करते हैं तो हमें उसे कोई विरोध नहीं है, हम उसे सम्मान है, और नहीं करते तो हम काफ़ी विरोध भी कर रहे हैं और हमारे देवी देवताओं को संरक्षण और बचाना चाहते हैं।
Angry mobs targeted prayer halls and damaged private property as local police struggled to contain the mob. Top police officials, including the DIG and SP, were injured while trying to mediate between the ripped groups as stones rained down on them. In a dramatic turn, authorities exhumed the village elder's body for a post-mortem in a bid to pacify the villagers and probe the death. A massive police deployment is underway in North Bastar's tribal belt to prevent retaliatory attacks as the administration remains on high alert. While the situation is reported to be under control, surveillance has been stepped up across the district, with authorities keeping a hawk's eye on developments.
And now moving on to the story that we're tracking in this edition, Imran Khan has been hit with yet another massive setback. A Pakistan court has sentenced the former Prime Minister and his wife Bushra Bibi to 17 years in jail, each in the Toshakhana corruption case. The verdict has exploded into protest by the PTI workers out on the streets. Here's a detailed report on what's currently happening in Pakistan.
Fresh unrest has erupted in Pakistan's streets, with PTI workers protesting in Mansehra against the sentencing of former Prime Minister Imran Khan and his wife Bushra Bibi. A day earlier, a Pakistan court handed Imran Khan and Bushra Bibi 17 years in jail each in the Toshakhana corruption case. The court ruled that the couple illegally retained and sold state gifts, including expensive jewelry from the Saudi government, at prices far below the market value. The verdict was delivered from Adiala jail, where Khan is already lodged in multiple cases. The Toshakhana case has shadowed Imran Khan since 2021, with investigators alleging fraudulent declarations and illegal profits from state gifts meant for the treasury. The former PM has consistently denied wrongdoing, calling the charges fabricated and politically driven. However, this verdict has triggered fresh protests and a hardened stance by PTI workers. All eyes are now on how the party mobilizes and whether more unrest follows this explosive judgment.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we come to the end of 6 Stories at 6. That's all that we could pack in this edition of the show. We will be back tomorrow, same time, with more agenda-setting news. Till then, keep watching Republic.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
थोड़े में ज्यादा स्वाद ये तो है इसकी खास बात। वाओ मामा, क्या स्वाद है? अरे मेरे राजा, मसाला। ये है सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप। प्लीज स्टॉप। झुमका तेरा झुमका तेरा झुमका।
नॉट देयर, मेरा काउंटर टॉप टूट जाएगा।
तेरा झुमका। मेरी चिमनी टूट जाएगी। What are you doing?
रानी, इस घर में कुछ है जो टूटता नहीं।
ये पिलर कभी नहीं टूटेगा। रुंगटा स्टील TMT से बना।
रुंगटा नहीं तो घर स्ट्रॉन्ग नहीं। रुंगटा स्टील TMT बार एकदम सॉलिड।
आर प्योर शाही पनीर मसाला, डिलीशियस, हेल्दी एवरीडे।
दादी के हाथों का जादू और खुशबू से महकता घर, माँ की मुस्कुराहट और खाने की सुगंध। MDH गरम मसाला,
क्योंकि हर रिश्ता है स्वाद से जुड़ा।
We are
The Epstein Files Transparency Act's December's 19 deadline prompted the recent release of the Jeffrey Epstein Files, which disclosed a vast amount of information that connects the finance's personal life to his connections to most influential people in the world. Tens of thousands of pictures and papers are now visualizing what was once whispered in the deposition transcripts. The House Overnight Committee collected over 95,000 photos and documents from Epstein's estate, which served as a foundation for the recent revelations. Here are the Epstein Files, page number 1.
The recent release of the Jeffrey Epstein Files, triggered by the December 19, 2025 deadline of the Epstein Files Transparency Act, has unveiled a massive trove of data that bridges the gap between the financier's private life and his proximity to the world's most powerful figures. What was once whispered in deposition transcripts is now being visualized through tens of thousands of images and documents. The backbone of the recent disclosures is a collection of approximately 95,000 photographs and documents obtained from Epstein's estate by the House Oversight Committee. While the Department of Justice, DOJ, began its mandated release on December 19th, House Democrats had already begun a drip feed of these materials. The files include estate photos, high-resolution images of Epstein's properties, including his Manhattan townhouse and his private island, Little St. James, photos of a dentist's office in his Caribbean home, BDSM equipment, and peculiar office decor, such as a chalkboard with words written on it, a commemorative book given to Epstein for his 50th birthday containing notes and signatures from various elites. The files contain visual confirmation of several high-profile connections that have been the subject of speculation for years. One significant image features former President Bill Clinton smiling alongside Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. The photo reportedly bears Clinton's signature in gold ink, though his representatives have long maintained he knew nothing of Epstein's crimes. Photos capture Bill Gates in social settings with Epstein, including one where he is seated with the financier and the former Prince Andrew. Another photo strangely showed Gates and Andrew together with King Charles, cropped out of the original frame. In a surprising intersection of worlds, filmmaker Woody Allen is seen in multiple photos, including one where he is conversing with former Trump advisor Steve Bannon at an Epstein-related social gathering. The files offer a nuanced examination of the relationship between Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump, which spanned approximately 15 years before a falling out in 2004. Trump appears in at least 3 images from the new batch. One shows him at a Hawaiian-themed party surrounded by 6 women whose faces are redacted. Another shows him sitting with a woman on what appears to be an aircraft. Despite the provocative nature of the photos, investigators and journalists note that none of the images released thus far show Donald Trump engaging in illegal activity or provide smoking gun evidence of involvement in Epstein's sex trafficking ring. Despite the December 19th deadline, the release has been criticized for being incomplete. Huge swaths of the 95,000 photos remain unreleased to the public. The House Oversight Committee has stated it is redacting the faces of potential victims to protect their privacy. The Department of Justice released a partial batch on the deadline day, announcing that the remainder of the files would be released over several weeks. This has led to accusations of a cover-up from some lawmakers who argue the DOJ is violating the transparency law. The files have unearthed details that paint a picture of Jeffrey Epstein's obsessive need for leverage and his strange intellectual preoccupations. Photos of a landline phone at Epstein's island residence showed first names written on the speed dial, hinting at the immediacy of his access to powerful people. Some of the most personal images include Epstein in a bathtub and a selfie of the financier with a swollen lip, the context of which remains unknown. The release has turned into a partisan battleground. Democrats, led by Representative Robert Garcia, claim the files prove a White House cover-up. At the same time, the White House and Republican allies accuse Democrats of cherry-picking photos to create a false narrative against President Trump, noting that Trump himself signed the act to release these very files.
And in other news that we're tracking, the Rourkela police have busted a massive fake lottery syndicate. 4 men have been arrested, rupees 25 lakh cash has been seized, and a full counterfeit ticket printing setup has been recovered. Here's a report on that.
In a major crackdown, Rourkela police have busted a fake lottery racket operating under Planside police station limits. Acting on a tip-off, multiple raids were carried out across the city on December 20th. Police recovered counterfeit lottery tickets, incriminating material, and rupees 25,37,260 rupees in cash. The accused were manufacturing fake lottery tickets and distributing them through agents across Rourkela. 4 men have been arrested in the case. Police seized 8 mobile phones, 5 notebooks, a desktop computer, printer, and other material used to print the fake tickets. A case has been registered under sections of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita and Lotteries Regulation Act. The police are now tracking other members of the network and probing the full extent of the racket.
This week on Get Me Right, 3 events that together signal a tectonic geopolitical shift in the world. The United States released its national security strategy paper. The UK, its intelligence and security report from the parliament. And amidst all this, China crossed, for the first time in world history for any nation, $1 trillion of trade surplus. And then the gas chamber that our national capital becomes every winter. Is there any hope, or are we condemned to live this forever? This weekend, Saturday and Sunday, only on Republic TV.